Welcome to week 1 of our study of Old Testament survey. In week 1, we're going to be looking at chapters 1 and 2 in the textbook. These two chapters are so vital for us as we lay a groundwork of our study of the Old Testament. The authors ask the question, why is it important for us to study the Old Testament? And even beyond that, they ask the question, what exactly is the Old Testament? And in introducing the Old Testament to us, they're going to present us with some terms that are going to be vital for us to understand if we are going to have a key understanding of why it's important for us to spend time and exert effort in studying these Old Testament books. They're going to introduce us to some terms that perhaps we've heard before, terms such as canon and Torah, and then some terms that perhaps we haven't heard before, like Masoretic text and the Septuagint. We're going to be introduced to terms like textual criticism and hermeneutics. We're going to be introduced to a study of an overview of how the Bible came into existence. What process did God use in getting his human authors to write what they wrote in these different books of the Bible? And so we're going to begin in this study by looking at some of these key terms. And these terms are so important for us to not only learn as we go through this study of this Old Testament survey, but terms that are going to come back time and time again in our further studies. So I encourage you not only just to learn them for this quarter, but also to learn them, to lay them aside, put them in your heart and in your mind so that you'll have these to refer back to time and time again in the future. So let's begin by asking the question, where did these Old Testament books come from? We use the word inspiration to talk about God giving the books to his human authors, and he inspired them to write what they wrote. What is that process of inspiration? How did God do that? Did God dictate word for word, verbatim, every word of every book of the Bible? And did his human authors serve as just secretaries who wrote down exactly word by word what God inspired them to write? Or did God use a different method? Did God allow the human author to use his own personality, his own vocabulary to write what they wrote in these different books of the Bible? So how did the Bible come into existence? Why do we need to study the books of the Old Testament? And how do they apply to us as we move further into New Testament studies? All of these questions are so vitally important for us to understand. And in chapters 1 and 2 of Old Testament survey, the authors sort of guide us into an understanding, an overview of why it is important and where the Bible came from and where the Bible books came from. And so let's get started. Dive into chapters 1 and 2. And as you begin answering the questions at the end of the chapter, as you begin doing your assignments, then if you have any questions at all, call me on the telephone, send me an email, and I'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible in giving you answers. God bless you as you begin your studies in week 1.